Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm, of course, your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good day. It's Saturday night. It is Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. We're having a good time here at my place. I'm joined tonight by Mr. Peter Kent from the Lizard King channel. How are you doing, Peter?
Oh, good, Armando. How are you? Yeah, thanks for having me back again. Yeah, it's be good fun today. Good
Doing
video,
good.
interesting
Doing
video.
good. Yeah, no, always a pleasure to have you on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our ranking the albums of the Cars episode. So it was actually Peter's idea to do this episode. I have known of the Cars obviously for years. Never really paid. Well, I've had one album of the Cars from, I think I have Heartbeat City from 1984, but I never really paid much attention to the deep cuts on the other albums, and I was quite surprised with what I heard. So what we're going to do is we are going to rank all 7 albums. And just to give you a bit of a brief history on the Cars, they're a new wave post punk power pop band from Boston, Massachusetts, consisting of Rick Ocasek on vocals and rhythm guitar, Benjamin Orr on bass and vocals, Greg Hawkes on keyboards, David Robinson, sorry, on drums and percussion, and Elliot Easton on guitars. And Elliot Easton, holy shit, what a guitarist!
Yeah, he is good.
Amazing, amazing. They were signed to Elektra Records in 1977, released their debut album, self-titled, in 1978. Had 4 albums produced by Roy Thomas Baker, who had worked with Queen, most notably, also Foreigner, Journey, Nazareth. Produced one album, which was people would call their zenith release in some circles. Heartbeat City in 1984, produced, sorry, I should say, by Robert John Mutt Lang, or other people would say Mr. Shania Twain. We won't go there. Released 2 other albums after Heartbeat City, Door to Door in 87 and Move Like This in 2011. And then unfortunately, the band has officially broken up due to the passing of Mr. Rick Ocasek. So, Peter, when did you first hear about the Cars, and how did you get interested in?
Well, when I first heard them around the "Let's Go" song from Candio, the single, 79, and I picked up. I didn't pick up that album. I had a couple of singles, and I had "Shake It Up." I got "Shake It Up" later. So my first hearing of them was about the Candio period, from there, and sort of, yeah, I've sort of gone in and out with them over the years, but I've always thought they were catchy, and the songs are really well written songs, and yeah, I've always had quite an interest in them. Yeah, over the years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Okay, all right. Yeah, I like, again, I've known of them and I've seen videos, obviously, prior to Heartbeat City, but Heartbeat City
yeah.
was where I really sort of took notice, and that was a major album for them. You know, with singles like You Might Think and Hello Again,
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah.
obviously the powerhouse that was Drive, um, and my favorite track off the album. Um, so what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we are going to rank every single album from 7 to 1, and being brought up properly by my mother. Rest in peace, Mama. We love you. I will let Mr. Peter Kent go first. What is your number 7?
Oh, my number 7 is, I haven't got a copy of this, but I've been playing it a lot lately. Number 7, I went for the 2011 album, Move Like This one here.
Ah,
Yeah.
cool.
Um, yeah, really surprising. I've heard it a few times, really surprising. Pretty good songs on this album. I find all of their albums have really good songs. I really liked the opening track, Blue Tip. I find that very catchy. Very
Mm-hmm,
good track,
mm-hmm,
Blue
yeah,
Tip.
yeah.
Um, Let's see what else. Sad song's good. Soon's good. Uh, let's see. There's another great track I love. Take Another Look. Yeah, towards the end of the album is a very good song. Of course, Rick sings everything on it because Benjamin's
Yeah.
passed on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've just got two little problems with the album, but I'll let you know that. Yeah, there's other good songs. Yeah, it clocks in at just under 40 minutes, 10 tracks. And Drag On Forever's not bad. Free isn't bad either. That song Free.
Yeah.
And a really good album. But I think it's a good album, but the thing I have about it is it's a bit light on in Elliot Easton in the solos. I
Yeah.
think I only remember one solo, if that, on the album, or one or two. Not many
Yeah.
at all. It's a
Yeah.
bit light on for Elliot Easton. I think he could have been used a bit more.
Mhm.
And the other thing is Benjamin Orr not being there, which can't be helped. But he passed on.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really miss his vocals. I think he was my favourite singer out of the two of them. Although
Yeah.
Rick is a great songwriter and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just miss his voice a bit and the Elliot Easton part with the lead guitar. But I think it works well. It hangs together all right as an album. It's got some really interesting songs, but not. I just prefer other albums better than that's all. Yeah. So number 7, Move Like This. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Cool. Cool. No, I know what you mean about the album being light on
Yeah.
Elliot Easton guitar solos. I mean, when
Yeah.
he was allowed to go for it, he could rip like no one's business.
Oh, he's awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
He was great, and yeah, no, that's fantastic.
And he's not talked about that much, is he? He's not talked
No, I
really that
think
much.
no, I think he's underrated as a
Oh, yeah.
guitarist.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I was watching a few months ago, a couple of months ago, an interview on another channel, Rick Beato's YouTube
Oh, yeah.
channel,
Yeah.
where he did an interview with Nuno Betancourt from Extreme,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
another band from the Boston area, and Nuno Betancourt was literally like screaming the praises of Elliot Easton. Like he was saying how nobody could touch him. Nobody could touch him
Oh,
in terms of his guitar work. And so I was like, okay, I gotta, pay more attention, but maybe like listen to
yeah.
listen more closely. Excuse me. Guys, I'm dealing with a cold here, so you'll forgive me if I cough every now and again. Um, but yeah, no, that's a good choice. My number 7 is 87's Door to Door. Um, Coming off the success of Heartbeat City, this was self-produced. It was produced by Rick Ocasek. With songs like "You Are the Girl," "Leave or Stay," "Double Trouble," "Fine Line," "Strap Me In," which was another
Mm.
single.
Good
Uh,
track. Yeah. Yeah.
it was a good track.
Mm.
I like it. There's just I don't know. There's something missing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. It's just there's I don't know.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't.
understand what you're saying. It's sort of
Yeah,
it's got good tracks, but just hasn't got that earlier bit of magic
edge,
on it.
the edge.
Yeah,
But yeah,
something about it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This was their last release for Elektra
Mm.
until 2011 when they signed with Concord and Hear Music, which Move Like This was released on. But yeah, I mean, Rick Ocasek is a good songwriter, arranger. His voice sometimes for me is a little. I prefer Benjamin Orr's voice. I'm sorry. Um, Benjamin Orr had that husky delivery, but he could also. Um, there we go. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're back on. We're
Okay.
okay, guys. But
Okay.
Benjamin Orr had this like husky kind of delivery, but he could
Yes.
also uh deliver a smooth vocal too, depending on the style
Mm.
of song he was delivering.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, no, that's my number 7, Door to Door.
Door to door. Mm.
Yeah, Door to Door, good album. Is again, there was just something, I don't know. I can't even put my finger on it. There was just
Yeah, it's just
there was
got
something
missing
lacking.
something. It's just something missing, lacking. Yeah,
Yeah.
something lacking.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, we must move on, ladies and gentlemen. Your number 6, Peter?
My number 6 is door to door. So, everything you said, I agree with everything you said. It has got some good moments on the album. I'll give it that. Has some good moments, but it has lacking that little touch of something. It's hard to put your finger on. You're right, but "You Are the Girl" was quite a single for him. It went okay in the charts.
Yeah,
Very nice track. Very nice track.
yeah,
Um, I'm just looking at here, door to door. Just I haven't got a copy of it. So.
yeah.
Um, Double Trouble's good. Everything You Say, it's a bit different sounding for them.
Yeah.
I really like Strap Me In though. I think that's one of the
Mhm.
could be my favorite on here. Um, yeah, you are right. It's a good album. Yeah, I wouldn't dismiss it at all. I think it's got its moments, but it is missing. I don't know, something from their earlier in their career. This from those early starts, just missing
Yeah,
something there. So, but they're still putting it forward, and it's a good effort, but without being overly great. And I
yeah,
find it quite. I don't think it's that bad, like a lot of people say, or I don't think it's that great either. But it's okay. It's a decent release, I would say
yeah,
so. Yeah,
yeah.
number 6 is Door to Door for me. Yeah, 1987. Yeah,
Yeah, I think You Are the Girl, I think it reached number 17
yes, yeah,
in the Billboard charts, and that was
yeah, it did
almost like the
okay.
last hurrah with
Yeah,
that lineup. Yeah. Um,
yeah.
yeah. Good choice. My number 6, ladies and gentlemen, is Move Like This. Um,
So it's swapped.
yeah, we just swapped it. Yeah, this was obviously their first release without Benjamin Orr.
Mm,
I think a lot of people were surprised by this release because Rick Ocasek had said that they would never get back together, and that
yeah, yeah.
people could bank on that. Like, they could take that to the bank and just deal
Mm,
with it because it was never going to happen. This album released on Hear Music and Concord Music. Short album, 37 minutes and change, uh,
yeah, yeah,
10 tracks. The I believe the deluxe version, quote unquote, has 2 additional tracks, which is like demos, uh,
yeah, yeah.
which to me is why bother. But I like this
Mm,
album more than I thought I did, than I thought I would. Sorry.
yeah,
Um, it's a return to form, going back to, like, say, maybe around Candy O, that kind of
yeah, yeah.
that time, like, Blue Tip, fantastic bouncy track.
Very good song. Yeah,
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 Too Late, great.
yeah,
Um, Keep on Knocking,
yeah, yeah,
great. I love Soon. I think that's a great track.
yeah.
Um,
Good track. Yeah,
Sad Song is great. Free, fantastic. Uh, Take Another Look surprised the hell out of me. You know, uh,
yeah. I
I,
think it's one of the standouts. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and
Good
It's Only
one.
is another good one, and Hits Me, which is the last track on the album. Um, it's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
album. It's a good album. Um,
Mm,
is it as good as the other, like the earlier stuff in the 70s? No, but it was a step in the right direction, in
mm,
terms of getting back to where they were before Heartbeat City and stuff. So yeah, no,
yeah.
that's my number 6. Uh, so I'm going to adjust my list here. So what's your number 5, Peter?
Number 5 is a good album for me. It's a little bit, I find a little bit, it's got a dark theme to it, but 1980 Panorama, number 5. So I got
Hmm.
the line.
Hmm.
By far and away, the best song for me is Touch and Go. Quite a long way, but quite a long way. The solo's amazing. It's one of his best, Elliot Easton. The
Hmm.
touch and go solo, the
Oh,
playing in that, it's
yeah,
fabulous.
Elliot
Yeah.
Easton can come up with these solos like you would not believe. I
Oh,
mean,
it's amazing. Yeah,
his
yeah.
tone, oh my God, like bloody
It's like
hell.
a song within a song, isn't it? Sort of thing. One of
Yeah,
those sort of things. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, the opening track, Panorama, is a bit keyboardy and experimental, but it's an interesting track. I find it interesting. Then obviously Touch and Go, that's a classic. I love that. Give Me Some Slack with Rick on the vocals. I like that. It's an up tempo track.
Hmm.
Pretty good,
Hmm.
pretty catchy as well. Don't Tell Me No. Benjamin Orr, it's okay. Don't mind it.
Hmm.
Getting Through's okay. Misfit Kid, not too bad. Down Boys is good. I like Down Boys from
Hmm.
Panorama on the second side, really good. You Wear Those Eyes, I don't mind. A lot of people speak a lot of that track as a deep cut. I don't mind it. It's not one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I don't mind Running to You and Up and Down at the end, but it's a bit of a up and down sort of album for me, but it has its great moments. But by Touch and Go is a very much a standout, and probably the first three are my favourites. I would say Panorama, Touch and Go, and Give Me Some Slack. But it has its moments. But yeah, it's the standard is definitely Touch and Go. It's got a bit of a little bit of a dark theme to it too. I think so.
yeah,
Yeah, no, number 5, Panorama. Yeah,
yeah. Well, don't put that album away. My number 5 is Panorama. And ladies and gentlemen,
very.
we did not discuss this list prior
No.
to do the show. We did not discuss it at all. Um, they produced 4 albums with Roy Thomas Baker,
Mm.
this being the third. Um, Good album, Panorama, fantastic title track. Touch and Go
Mm.
is for me the gold standard for the album in terms of the tracks.
Oh yeah, no question. Yeah.
Um, don't go to pieces. Give me some slack. Good tracks. Um, I found that with Panorama, they were starting to get more dark again, darker subject matter. Um,
Yeah, it's got a dark sort of thing to it. Yeah,
yeah, and this is
yeah.
where they started to lean more towards. Excuse me.
You're right.
Excuse me.
You're right. Yeah.
It's gonna happen, guys. It's a cold.
Oh.
Anyways, um, that was a good one. Anyways, that this album is where they started to get into more of the keyboard relying, technology
Yes.
relying kind of thing.
Mm.
And excuse me. And yeah, I mean, getting through Misfit Kid again, like you were saying, Down Boys is a good track.
Yes. Yeah.
Down, with Benjamin Orr, I've always loved Benjamin Orr's vocals.
Oh,
And,
he's amazing singer. Yeah, good singer.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Rick Ocasek has also said that he had a better voice than Rick Ocasek did. So
Yeah.
I would agree. Um,
Mm.
uh, you wear those eyes, running to you, and up and down. Great, great. Yeah, and I was trying to move this list around quite a bit, trying to, could this go higher on the list? Could this go to number 2? I'm like, no, 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 no.
Mm.
Um,
No.
no,
No.
but that's my number 5, Panorama. What is your number 4?
My number 4 is look, the first 4 for me are the is the the what
The
love
core.
them. It's
Yeah.
hard to separate. Yeah, the core. And I don't like putting this at number 4, but I nearly put it at number 3 actually, but I didn't. I used to have this on. I don't have all of these albums these days, but number 4, I'm going to go "Shake It Up" from 1981. Yeah, um, it could. The first song "Since You're Gone" is one of the greatest songs for me. The first song "Since You're Gone." It
Yeah,
could be my favorite track ever. It's very close. I just love it.
yeah.
It's got that something about it. It's hard to say, but
Oh yeah.
it's a great track. Since You're Gone, it's a well written track. "Shake It Up's" a very fun track. It was a huge hit.
Hmm.
Very fun, very upbeat. A great Elliot Easton is amazing in "Shake It Up." I must
Hmm.
say that he's playing in "Shake It Up." Fantastic. I think Rico Kasich does a great job on "I'm Not the One," the slow ballady song. I think his vocal is one of his best vocals. I think he
Yeah,
does very well on that one. You got "Victim of Love" is great. "Cruiser" is a good rocking number. One of the good deep cuts, I think, is
yeah,
"Cruiser."
yeah,
It's a good. I find with this album, it's a bit front loaded too. I think all the
yeah.
first 5 is very very much a perfect like a side of an album. You would say the first 5, but
Yeah, definitely.
"Dream Away's" not bad. "This Could Be Love's" not bad. "Think It Over's" good. I like "Think It Over." It's quite a
Hmm.
good track. "Maybe Baby's" quite good, but yeah, very much the great stuff is in the front half of the album. But
Hmm.
it's an excellent album. I nearly put it higher actually. But yeah, but "Since You're Gone," it's a great one. As I said, "Shake It Up" a huge hit. Yeah, very, very good album. But yeah, number 4 for me from 1981, "Shake It Up." Yeah, they're really going well at this period. The first album to hear. Really,
Yeah, they were on a
yeah,
good
really good.
momentum at that point. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Um, yeah, no, it's a good choice. My number 4 is from '79, Candy O.
Okay.
Um, a good album. Again, there you go.
Yeah.
Follow up to the massively successful debut. I think the debut went to like 5 times platinum or something like that
Yes, yeah,
in the
huge, yeah.
US or something like that. Again, Roy Thomas Baker at the helm. Uh, Rick Ocasek had said, they had to tell, sorry, Roy Thomas Baker to calm down with the harmony vocals when they were on the production, right? Because producing Queen, and
Yeah, yeah,
they had to tell him, like, yeah, cool it a little bit, like, you had to just take it easy, you know.
yeah,
This is not, we're not doing another form of Queen here, I guess.
yeah.
But Candy is a good album. An iconic album cover. I mean,
Oh, it is, yeah.
hello. I mean, with songs like "Let's Go," "Since I Had You," "All I Can Do" is another good track. "Double Life," again, the
Oh,
title
excellent track.
track. The title track, Candy-O. "Night Spots," really
Oh,
good
good
one.
song.
"You Can Hold On," "Less for Kicks,"
Mm, yeah,
and then "Dangerous Type." All good
yeah,
tracks.
great song.
All good
Oh,
tracks.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I think, and this is what I've learned about listening to this catalog. Rick Ocasek just had, I mean, let's face it, he was the main songwriter, right? He
Mm.
took the reins and handled all that. Um, he just had a knack for writing melodic, catchy hooks.
Oh, definitely, yeah,
Whether it
yeah.
be a vocal line, whether it be a guitar line, or a bridge, or
Mm.
like, holy, unreal.
Yeah,
I
he's
I mean,
awesome at this. Yeah, he's awesome, yeah.
yeah, no, just unreal. So yeah, that's my number 4, Candy O.
Number 4, okay.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me, which could have been a contender for number 1, Heartbeat City, number 3. So,
Hmm.
full of hits, isn't it? Full of hits.
Number 3 for that.
Um,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Hello Again is good. Good keyboards in there, really good. produced by Robert John Mutt Lang, of course,
Yeah.
who has produced Foreigner, AC/DC, all these bands.
Yeah.
Um, Looking for Love, a good song. Magic is just I can't stop listening to that sometimes, that Magic song.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
it's
That
just so
magic song.
catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so catchy, isn't it?
It's magic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's magic. It's just a great. That says it all, doesn't it? It says it
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
Yeah, it's such a great song. The clip is fun. I like the clip too.
Yeah.
One of their best songs. It'd be a top 5 song for me.
Mhm.
Drive with Benjamin Orr on the vocals. Well, that's perfection.
Yeah.
That's perfection. Drive, I must
Yeah.
say, with Benjamin Orr, a
Yeah.
fantastic song. One of their best songs, and I can understand why it was so huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stranger Eyes is a good song. You Might Think, another fun clip, another catchy, as you said, like Rick with the catchiness. He just could do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Big hit again. It's Not the Night, not bad. Why Can't I Have You, not bad. I Refuse, that's quite good. I love the last track, Heartbeat City, though. The title track. I think that's
Yeah.
one of the best on here. Um, just clocking under 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Full of hits. One of their best albums. Could have been a number one, but I just like a couple better. But number 3, Heartbeat City from 1984. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my number 3, Heartbeat City.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, we did not consult on our list. I'm telling you right now, we
Yeah.
did not. This was going to be my number 1.
Yeah. Mm,
When this album came out in 1984, in March of 84, this sucker was all over the radio. The
mm.
singles, You Might Think, and then uh Drive. I mean, what can be said about Drive?
Oh, superb, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is an example for me, if my opinion counts for anything. This is an example of a pop tune crafted to perfection.
Oh, yeah. No
Okay.
question. Yeah.
I mean, unbloody real. Also, I mean, at the time that that they were working on this stuff, it was said that the way Rick Ocasek would test a song to see if it was good to release or not, they would do a cassette of it, right? Put it on cassette. He'd go play
Mm.
it in his car. And if it sounded good in his car, then he would release it as a single.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Odd way to
Mm.
release a song or record a song
Mm.
or whatever. But
Mm.
I mean, again, on this album, you have as as I call him, Mr. Shania Twain, Robert John McLean, at the helm. And he, just a quick footnote, Mutt Lang could not initially produce Def Leppard's Hysteria due to the fact that he was working on Heartbeat City with the Cars. He had already committed to the
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Cars.
yeah.
So, I mean, this album, this was all over the place. Songs like Hello Again, one of my favorites, Drive, Magic, You Might
Yeah.
Think, um, Looking for Love, Stranger Eyes, It's Not the Night, Why Can't I Have You, which was the fifth single from the album that I did not like.
Yeah.
And Heartbeat City was, I think it was released in Japan as a single, but
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
nowhere else. I Refuse. The reason why it's number 3 for me, this is where they use a lot of programming, a lot of Fairlight
Yeah.
synthesizer,
Mm.
keyboard programming on the drum,
Mm.
on the keyboards, on the on the bass, Not a lot of guitar on I mean, yeah, there's guitar on Magic, but not really overall throughout the album. I think the guitar is lacking a bit. And
Yep.
I think to an extent they underused Elliot Easton to their detriment. I think
Mm.
they could have used him more, but there was a lot of gloss and sheen on this album. A lot of like, uh, it was too perfect. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I get you. Yeah, very commercial, isn't it? Very
yeah,
sort of.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's my number three, Heartbeat City.
yeah.
So
It's funny you should say that because I was nearly going to put Heartbeat City at 4, but I just switched and Shake It Up at 3. But I just thought of it had so many big songs. I just could hard to. With the big tracks. I think
yeah,
So
I
I
was
just
gonna
thought,
put it
yeah,
at number one
yeah,
because
yeah,
that was the first album I really took notice of them. And that was the
yeah,
first album I ever had of theirs. But
yeah.
when I it's a good album, and Drive will always be one of my favorite.
Oh, it's
Um,
great. Yeah, yeah.
and I just couldn't do it because again, there's too much gloss, too much of a sheen on the production,
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Um, just quickly, speaking of Rick Beato, he did an interview with Daniel Lanois um,
Oh, yeah,
a few months ago, and Daniel Lanois said, there was a problem with the music of the '80s. All of the drum tracks I heard on these albums in the '80s always sounded like came out like really
yeah, yeah,
all these
yeah,
odd
yeah.
sounds, right? And he goes,
Mm.
when you hear any production that I've worked on in the '80s, you never hear that sound on the drums. All the drums were done live in the
Yeah,
studio. They may have been touched up after, but
yeah,
in they were done live, like from the get-go.
mm,
No drum machines, no over the top, filters and stuff. So
yeah,
that's why this album kind of again, long way around to say it, but this is why for me the album is a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Like it's okay.
yeah, I see. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that's my number three. So what's your number two?
Well, I've known all along what my top 2 would be, but and I had a terrible time separating them, which one to pick.
Hmm.
Yeah, and still I'm a bit confused on what to go for. But I'm gonna go number 2. I'm gonna go for the debut at number 2.
Okay.
What a classic album though, isn't it? From start to finish.
Yeah.
Could have been number 1 and I nearly did. I don't know, just one of those things. Good Times Roll, a hit. My Best Friend's Girl, a hit. Just What I Needed. What a song. One of the best songs. Sung by Benjamin Moore. Great playing from Elliot East in that. I'm in Touch with Your World. Sounds a bit experimental to me, but it's a
Hmm.
good track.
Hmm.
Don't You Stop. Upbeat, poppy song. Really good. You're All I've Got Tonight. One of the best on here. Love that. Love that song.
Yeah.
And Benjamin again singing "Bye Bye Love," really good song. It's
Yeah.
really moving in stereo. I just that's a bit different for them, but geez, that works well. That song, moving in stereo, I think it's
Yeah.
fabulous. Yeah, just the bass in it, and it's got a great vibe to it. Yeah, and All Mixed Up is a great song. Uh, One of the great debuts. Couldn't it? I nearly put it at number 1, but I don't know. Yeah, it's very tight.
Mm,
So I went, yeah, the 1978 debut, number 2.
okay. All right. Um, my number two is Shake It Up from '81.
Mm,
Um, great album. Since You're Gone, when I got reacquainted with this one track,
yeah,
I thought, what the hell have I been missing? You know what I mean?
that's fabulous. That song. Yeah,
That guitar work,
yeah,
and just the sentiment of the track.
Oh
Just
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole feel of it, the production of it, the whole arrangement. Just like, the hell have I, it makes me want to go out and buy the albums now, actually. No, I'm not
Yeah,
joking.
you should. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
I'm
joking.
missing a couple too. Yeah, I'm missing
I,
some.
I'm not
Yeah,
joking.
yeah.
And that's what's so great about YouTube is you can listen to these albums and you can make your notes and you can, but there's, you can always listen to it on YouTube. But for me, there's always something about owning the physical product
Oh yeah, no question. Yeah,
in your
yeah,
hands. You know what I mean?
yeah. You feel
Yeah,
more connected. More connected.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Again, the album, again, released in 81. Uh, this was where they were basically, uh, they were still on the rise. They were getting close to their zenith as with Heartbeat City, but
Mm.
you got the tracks, Since You're Gone, Shake It Up, Talent Track, I'm Not the One, Victim of Love, Cruiser, good
Oh yeah,
track,
good.
A Dream Away, This Could Be Love, Think It Over, and the last track, Maybe Baby, which I'm listening to this SOB and I'm like, holy Jesus Christ, like very rhythmic,
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic percussion work on this. It had my head bopping up and down. I'm like, this is pretty good. I'm like, what the hell is this? Right? Like I had no idea.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
had no idea that there was this much depth in the recording, right? In the music. So yeah,
Mm. Oh, it's good.
fantastic. And yeah, this was the last album they worked on with that Roy Thomas Baker would produce. It's almost like with other bands, it's almost like Roy Thomas Baker's magic number is like four.
Yeah,
He'll produce like four
yeah.
albums and then he move on to somewhere else and then come back maybe, or I don't know. But you know, um, and it was said that when he had worked with them quickly, when he had worked with them on the debut, that he went back to work with Queen on Jazz, and it was almost said that he was trying to use the production techniques that he used with the Cars on Jazz, and for some people it didn't work, uh
Yeah, yeah.
just sonically,
Mm.
but I mean, I still love jazz. Everyone knows I love Queen. Let's not go there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's my number two, Shake It Up.
Shake it up. Yeah, those my top four is hard to separate. Yeah, especially the first two. Yeah.
Yeah,
Number one, I'm gonna go number one, Candio. Yeah,
iconic cover.
yeah, isn't it? I love this album. The first two are very close for me, but I think because I heard "Let's Go" first, I love "Let's Go." Um, it's all I can do. Both Benjamin on the vocal. That's another hit. That was another hit. Double Life. I love that song. Double
Hmm.
Life. It's a
Hmm.
great song. Yeah, with Rick on the vocal. Shooby Doo is a little sort of a short track that goes into the title track.
Yeah.
Candio, the title track's amazing song. It's a great
Hmm.
song.
Hmm.
Night Spots, great. Elliot Easton's great on that. The solo. Night
I,
Spots, fantastic.
yeah,
And I just think it just from start to finish, it just holds together really well. You can't hold on too long. I like Lust for Quick Kicks. It's a bit quirky. It's a bit quirky
yeah,
sounding. I like that part of them. Got a lot on my head. It's a good pop rocker. Dangerous Type, one of my favorites as well. But yeah, those few songs, Let's Go and All I Can Do, Dangerous Type, Double Life, as I said, a great song. Yeah,
yeah,
fabulous album. I could have had this or the debut at number one, or even the other two after it. But at the end, I just went for Candy. Yep,
yeah.
number one.
The Candio and the debut are pretty much virtually interchangeable to some people.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I completely got it. I completely got it. I mean, Let's
Yeah.
Go. I mean, you know, Benjamin Orr, bloody hell. I mean, like,
Yeah.
come on. I
Yeah.
mean, like, no, I mean, there's,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus
Fabulous.
Christ.
Yeah.
Um, my number one, ladies and gentlemen, is the debut. Um, I mean, come on. I mean, let the good times
Fabulous.
roll.
Yeah.
Just What I Needed, My Best Friend's Girl. Those three tracks are still played on FM classic rock radio today.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you're in Edmonton and if you turn to 97.3
Mm.
K97 in Edmonton, these three tracks are played almost every day on
Mm.
sometime
Wow.
during the day. They are
Mm.
played in heavy rotation still. So you've got, I mean, right off the bat, I can't even I won't even try to do Rick Ocasek's voice because, you know, I don't even know who would want to, but anyways, um, I'm sorry, but I mean, he's a good songwriter, but as a singer, okay.
Very quirky sounding, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
very quirky.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. If you just look at the track listing, Let the Good Times Roll, Just When I Needed, My Best Friend's Girl, those three tracks alone, bam, they make the album. Like one
Yeah.
after the other. Boom. You're off and running. Don't You Stop. Um, You're All I've Got Tonight. Bye Bye Love. Moving in Stereo. Fantastic track.
Yeah.
Okay. And all mixed up. I mean, like what more
Yeah.
can you say? And you know, again, I was going to put this at number 3, but I'm like, what the hell am I doing here?
Oh,
Like,
you were going to do
I was
that?
going to put it at number 3. I was going to put Heartbeat City at 1 and the debut at number 3. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? No, 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 no. I mean, it may be a cheap cop out to put the debut at number 1, but a good album is a good album,
Album, yeah, yeah,
and who gives a shit, you know?
yeah,
If it is the debut, this is a fantastic album. Excuse me. It sort of changed where music was going at the time. It had a more of an
yeah.
edge to it. The drums could be called, I guess, in terms of production, could have more of a crisp type of quality, like a more like of a more like of a sheen type of quality on the drums. But you know what?
Mm.
That's what they wanted to do. You know, it's a fantastic album. You know,
Oh, it is, yeah,
and
yeah,
and guys, if you want these albums, there's a box set out there called the Electra Years that you can
yeah.
get, or you can get another a greatest hits compilation called the Complete Greatest Hits, which features
Mm.
21 tracks. So any of the songs
Yes,
you love
yes.
from these albums is on the Complete Greatest Hits. I just might get that one actually. Um,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Along with the set, because I'm a masochist. I like to do things like that. But yeah, no, I mean, I just think that it's a fantastic album. It's a hell of a debut. It made a hell
Oh,
of a
yeah.
mark. Um, Catchy as all hell, melodic, memorable. There's not much more that can be said. So, and if the fact that it sold like 5 million copies, please,
Mm.
please, like, where are you going to go
Big,
with
big
that?
seller, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
where are you going to go with that? So,
Mm.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as I minimize my list here, that is our list of the Cars albums from 7 to 1. Do you have anything else to say on top of that?
Oh, just that, yeah, it was quite difficult doing the top 3 or 4 on this list.
Yeah.
I nearly the first album in Candy was like a flip of the coin for me. I just very tight. Yeah, I nearly went for the debut, but I don't know, something made me pick Candy. But yeah, Shake It Up too, Fabulous and Heartbeat City. I think they're for me the best 4, and then the rest follow. But I've heard a couple of people's not favorite is Panorama, which is interesting. But yeah, I guess I've
Yeah,
heard
I mean,
over.
I can
Yeah,
see that as well.
yeah, yeah, which is
Um,
interesting. Yeah.
would you say that maybe, just a quick question, just to
Mm.
add this in the mix here, do you think that maybe they possibly relied too much on uh recording techniques and programming and
Yeah, they did. They did with that album, didn't they? They did with
which one
Panorama.
with pen? Yeah,
Panorama. Yeah, very
yeah,
much so. And then I think they went back to they they went back to their earlier sound for Shake It Up a bit, and
yeah,
then they went back into it again with the technology with Heartbeat City.
yeah,
So yeah, but a great catalog, I must say, a very good catalog, very good
yeah,
catalog. Yeah,
yeah. No, I would
yeah,
agree. I would agree.
yeah.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are our rankings of the Cars catalog from 71. Please down below, down there, down in the comments, let us know what your ranking is for the Cars. Do you like the Cars? Do you not like the Cars? Do you prefer Benjamin Orr's voice to Rick Ocasek or Rick Ocasek to Benjamin Orr's? Please let us know your thoughts and your opinions, and click like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content that we've got coming up. Peter and I are going to be doing some more shows in the near future. I
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
list of show topics. We're going to be possibly picking our next, or we will after the taping. We're going to be picking our next topic to do. I think I know what I want to do, but
oh, good, we'll do
oh, no, definitely, definitely,
that.
definitely, and yeah, please, again, leave your comments down below. I will be doing a show with Mr. Bill Schuster on
Mm.
the new Dark Side of the Moon redo from Roger Waters.
Oh, it'll be interesting. Yeah,
My copy is coming in
yeah,
on Tuesday. Um,
yeah.
it's not Pink Floyd, it's Roger Waters.
That's it.
And we're gonna do a video of our first initial reaction to it.
Oh, wow.
I've heard a couple of tracks,
Yeah, yeah.
very different, but I think that
Oh,
was
yeah,
the point.
yeah.
I think that was the point. And also, we're going to be Bill Schuster and I are going to be doing a show on the in celebration of Halloween. We're going to be doing a show on the Rocky Horror Picture Show
Oh, nice,
with or
nice.
without makeup. We'll see. Um, um, Ryan Gavalier and I are going to be doing a show on Misguided or Misunderstood on Stevie Nicks' Belladonna, whether it was
Oh, I'll
distributed
watch that. Yeah, that's
or
great.
whether it
Yeah,
was misunderstood. You be the
yeah.
judge. Much more coming up. So for Mr. Peter Kent, I am Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good night. Please look after yourselves and one another. And please do not catch this chest cold. It is not fun. So
Mm.
please be careful. Look after yourselves. Have a good weekend. Not too good of a weekend. Monday's coming soon, right? So I will see you soon with another video. Hope you guys are having a good night. And we'll say bye for now.